Good evening. This video presentation is based on the student survey report. The student survey report is a report where we, the students, had to come up with our own individual topic. We had to create a come up with a topic, compile a survey to administer to Tuskegee students, and then compile all of that data. We coded it, ran into SPSS, ran crosstabs. We had to write up a paper and do a poster and the video report. In my survey, I surveyed 52 students before time was called, and my topic was to look at racial profiling in minorities. In the report, I had bivariate and multivariate tables. Of course, I had the introduction, the bivariate hypothesis, two multivariate hypotheses, rationale, and a conclusion. For my bivariate hypothesis, I looked at the region that the respondent was from and where the respondent reported experiencing racial profiling. I suspected that respondents in the South would report racial profiling on a higher level than respondents in other regions, but this was not necessarily the case. And also, I suspected that racial profiling would be observed more in the workplace than anywhere else, because workplaces are often areas where you are forced to deal with people from different backgrounds, from all different walks of life. For my first multivariate hypothesis, I looked at if the respondents felt that minorities were treated like second-class citizens in America, and also if they felt that white privilege existed. I controlled for the region that the respondent was from. In this set of data, I suspected that respondents who felt that minorities were treated like second-class citizens would also feel that white privilege existed. And the data did show that these two comparison percentages were close to each other. By controlling for region, I could examine whether or not there was a discrepancy between the different regions that the survey respondents were from, and see how that played an effect in the responses. Here's a table. This is a bivariate table based on the region where the profiling was experienced and where there's the region that the respondent was from and where they experienced the racial profiling. As you can see, the data actually shows that across the board, as far as regions go, most of the racial profiling that was experienced in store settings. Results on the bivariate level, the data show that there was a higher concentration of reports in the region 2, which was the Midwest, and region 4, which is the West. These locations where most of the racial profiling was experienced was also at school and at the store. Like I hypothesized, this could be because these locations are where you have a lot of different people from different backgrounds all in one place. Specifically, the data showed that respondents reported that they experienced racial profiling 33.3% in the school setting for this region 2, and this was at 40% for region 4. While these are the highest concentrations in the report, these numbers are still well below 50%, which is encouraging. Rationale and conclusions. The rationale behind this was to see if minorities reported experiencing racial profiling. I came up with several questions to ask the respondents in order to expound upon that topic, because as we all know, in this country, there is an issue with minorities and racial profiling that's been going on for generations. The goal of this report was to examine just how students on Tuskegee University's campus experience or how they felt about this issue. In conclusion, the survey report forces students to use the lessons that we have used all semester. We conducted surveys, compiled the data, we coded it, ran the numbers in SPSS, and interpreted it. This report shows that Tuskegee University students do believe that racial profiling exists. They also report that they have experienced racial profiling in various places. This is an issue that continues to plague society and that one that we must work together on to overcome. Thank you.